here we are. This is who we are.
Well, here we are on YouTube, and Ryan's sitting over there creaming his jeans over this next band.
Wow. Yes. I've just splooged myself.
It's no secret on this channel that we've really become fans, and Ryan especially has become a huge fan of Ghost. Not only taking every song that we do and adding it to his phone, but listening to it on repeat and telling everybody he knows about Ghost. So that's how much of a fan Ryan is. I'm mostly just going like this. Where did this band come from? We never even heard of them until recently, and really enjoying it and looking forward to, because I know it's going to happen, an eventual concert. So this is from Ashlyn, who's actually here with us live right now, not in our houses, but like through our Patreon system. And this is what Ashlyn had to say because he requested this song.
Would you say he again? I think we've
she. I'm sorry.
I think Ashlyn. What boy? Okay, Ashlyn, girl, boy, go. What boy have you ever named Ashlyn?
I've taught an Ashlyn.
Well, sucks to be him.
Sorry.
There, I told you.
Oh, jeez.
Ashlyn, are you? All right, Nathan, we got to focus here.
Okay. Ashlyn says this. I'm sorry this one isn't a song. That's actually the best part, Ashlyn. No, not that we don't like it. We love the music, but we really like Tobias a lot. Yeah.
You know what else? You know what else is getting pretty massive right now? What? All right. Sorry. Go ahead.
It's Chubby.
For
given
Ghost.
the ongoing discussion about the mask and why Tobias chooses to remain masked even after his identity was revealed, I thought you'd find this interesting. In this video, Tobias explains why he feels the need to perform masked and discusses the limitations that come with it. Oh!
Yeah, we can't see your mouth move. All right, I'm just joking.
Yeah, This is cool. I think we love that. That's where we really appreciated Ghost the most, was getting to see a bit behind the curtain.
Ghost the mostest? Most Ghost. Hi,
Ryan,
I'm Ryan, your host. I'm going to give you the most Ghost on our channel.
Can you just stop the boast?
If you're listening from coast to coast, don't let me boast, because we have more Ghost.
I'm about to roast you. All right.
Oh, if you like this video, make sure you post it.
You're such a dork.
Okay. I think we've lost a lot of our viewers.
Yep, they're toast.
All right. Yeah.
I've always been under the assumption that in order to be an artist that was interesting enough to stand on a stage, you have to be something different than what I am. And even though intellectually I understand that when I was a kid, I thought I was going to transform into another person. Because I thought that there's no chance in hell that someone from my street with my background was going to become a rock star.
Right.
So in order to become a rock star, I need to transform into another person, which felt perfectly natural. Now, years later, it's funny how little has actually changed from that. I mean, I haven't really strayed from that path. I transform into someone else in order to feel like I am part of that.
Would it be
Sorry, I can't believe this is the same guy
I know.
that does the theatrics on stage when he bumps into his ghouls and he gets mad at them and when he does the flourish and stuff. This is the same guy.
I know. It's so good.
So weird. And he really does just become performative. But it's him still. I understand what he's saying, but it's him. It's still him.
It's still him. Yes.
Yeah.
completely foreign for you as Tobias to stand on stage and sing these songs?
Yeah, I don't feel cool with that.
Yeah.
I don't see Ghost when I see myself in the mirror.
I was wearing a Faith No More shirt, I think.
Myself in the mirror, but
oh, you're right. You're right.
Ghost is, I mean, Tobias is just keeps on. Oh, I want to say
Checking
this.
the boxes.
I want to say this. So I've been listening, like Nathan was saying, every song we've reacted to, every single song is on my playlist. And one thing I've noticed is, and I'll get to it when we get to the next video that we're doing, because I've already heard comments about something regarding that song. Is Tobias? I think Tobias and I, and you, of course, I think if we were to get together in a room and talk about music, we'd have a lot to talk about. He has a lot of the same. Now, what he loves is he actually loves music. Now, he loves a lot of different, like he loves from ABBA to death metal to a lot, like to Faith No More. But what I'm getting at is he loves all these bands so much. I think part of what makes Tobias interesting is he just loves so much different kinds of music that he tries to blender it all into his music. And so he'll have these other sounding, like there's this, I forget what the name of the song is, but I think it might be Ritual, where the crunching rhythm is very similar. There's a couple of chords, just do 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 do. Now that's Countdown to Extinction from Megadeth, but Megadeth goes do do do, and then it goes, but he stops, but you hear it. And there was another song. Anyways, there's been a few where he sounds like Sebastian Bach from Skid Row. One of the songs I think is Life Eternal, I think, or one of the slower songs at the end of it. And I realized, so if I was ever an interviewer, this would be my skit with Tobias. I said, Tobias, who are your influences? His answer would be yes. And then I would say, okay, yeah, sure, Tobias, but when you make an album, which artist are you drawing from? Yes. No, but when you did that last song, was it the Scorpions? Was it Skid Row? Was it Megadeth? Yeah, for sure. You know, and so he makes, I think he may have already said in other videos or interviews, I should say, that he's already expressed that, but, and that will come into play, Nathan, when you hear the next song. And I don't want you to, I already know what the answer is. So I wanted to see if you catch, there's a song that people have said, hey, it sounds like blah, blah, blah. I know, but that's what I love about him, is that he's sort of the, I don't think he's hiding the fact. I think he's taking a riff, a sound, says, yeah, I like that do 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 by Megadeth, and now I'm building on it. He makes, because the song Ritual, I believe it's Ritual, what I'm talking about. It sounds nothing like Countdown, like the rest of the song and his singing alone. But there's that crunchy chord that, yeah, sure. Anyways, I just wanted to say that.
Funny you say that, because, and especially the Faith No More, I've from the beginning picked up on the sound of the
you
bass.
did mention that. You did mention Faith No More in one of the songs. I remember that.
I might have mentioned it in a song. And like now that he's wearing the t-shirt, I'm thinking like, okay, like,
oh, see, now you get me all geeking out. I wish I wrote down. There's another song. Yeah. It was Mummy Dust. Mummy Dust is Faith No More Angel Dust. That's what it was.
Oh,
so yes, I was listening to Mummy Dust and I was like, oh my gosh, he must love Angel Dust. The name Dust is in the title, Mummy Dust, and he sings like Mike Patton does on a lot of the songs on Mummy Dust, and that song ends with, I believe, with the organ outro,
just like Angel Dust. Okay,
yeah. Anyways, I'm geeking out here, and that's part of why I like Tobias so much, because I think he's just a music geek who happens to write great songs that says, hey, I love all the bands you love, Ryan. Yeah.
So for me, it's I find it more comfortable becoming a someone who looks like a rock star and acts like one in a way that I don't.
I think you look like a rock star.
Well, but you know, it's like.
Hey, we're gonna be interviewing Tobias today. Make sure we give Tobias a mic, but not the interviewer. Got it. Perfect. Okay.
Well, that's super common.
It's so weird though, but I didn't quite he laughed at something the guy said, like he heard it, but anyway,
yeah.
I do it.
But you know, you have to behave like one as well. I think you need to. I don't think that the way that I carry myself, the way that I am,
a shotgun mic.
Does not match my. It's not. It doesn't correlate exactly how I want a superstar to be like.
But it's you. I love it. I know he's talking about the mask. He's literally hiding, like he's taking the metaphor literally. Like I'm behind a mask. I'm being somebody else. But it's still it's fascinating because he's still he goes. They said I think you look like a rock. They said I think you look like a rock star. I I wonder. We've said this before, and we'll never know. But I wonder if he'll ever do a show, a farewell tour.
On the last the last reaction we did, didn't somebody say in the comments that he's thinking of? Oh no, it was the lore that he was going to retire.
The lore, which might mean
it would be. I would go to that show. I would go to either show. To be honest.
Of course, yeah.
Because I think he could pull it off, no problem.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then he'll be like, okay, this is me not masked, not being a rock star, but here I go, rock and roll, let's go.
It's easier to pretend to be one.
On one hand, I don't find myself interesting enough. I don't look and I don't sound, I don't act the way that I think that I want to. I want to look and sound like Leonard Cohen. And I want to be fit.
I'm glad you don't. all the best, Leonard, but yeah, let's be honest. Tobias sings a little bit better and performs a little bit, yeah.
Like Bruce Lee.
Oh, there you go.
I want to do kicks like Bruce Lee. And I want to sing like Freddie Mercury.
All right.
And, want to be hung like John Holmes. And all those fucking things.
Yeah, Iron Maiden shirt on now.
Yeah, Iron Maiden, yeah, for sure. I want to be hung like I love his humor. That's awesome.
One is the physical aspect, the vanity aspect of it.
I think this is where we saw him with the guitar. The same.
On one hand, an asset and a nice thing, because you don't have to worry too much about your.
He's wearing Iron Maiden's Power Slave. I think that came out in 86, 85. This was after. I think it was after Number of the Beast. I think. I'm not an Iron Maiden nerd. I know it's early-ish. It's 80s Maiden with Bruce.
Your looks, your personal looks, same way that most other artists has to deal with age and whatever problems you might have with your own.
So
design.
Weird that this is him.
I know.
That was a good thing, but it's also a weird thing because you have to get accustomed to seeing a new face every now and then, which is also kind of weird. It's kind of it's kind of like if you got a completely different haircut. It also takes time to.
That guy's like there. I haven't had a haircut in 2 years.
Completely different haircut. Cut to the guy with the beard.
I know. Cut to the. I bet you he's one of those guys that has a beard. The moment you take it off, he has like no chin. And you know what I mean. He's one of those guys that like, please put the beard back on, please.
Is this really me? Like,
sure.
If you get a crew cut and dye it blonde, you would feel strange, I guess.
Sure. You once said, coming out from the small Swedish city of Linköping, that you couldn't think of becoming a rock star or whatever coming out of this surrounding, and so you had to disguise yourself, put on a masquerade, whatever, to actually make it possible for yourself. Is that right?
Yeah. I mean, well, the upside of my setup is that I don't have to make an effort more than physically, but to be able to take my mask off and no longer being the guy on stage. Yeah. Where many artists don't have that possibility. Because their on-stage persona and their off-stage persona closely resembles each other, especially the appearance is whomever they feel like when they've stepped off stage doesn't correlate with what people see.
That's what I mean. Yeah.
Yeah,
totally.
which is I don't have that problem, because as soon as I am not on stage and I'm not in that attire and wearing that guise, no one really expects me to be like that, which colors my way of being as well. Whereas if you are expected to be that person, a lot of people have problems because then you
Yes, Chris, I just saw, you probably saw the same interview, Nathan, because you and I both listened to Conan O'Brien, his podcast. Did you listen to the one with Bill Hader on where he was talking about the Van Halen brothers? He was talking about Dave Lee Roth. It's one of the funniest clips. You could just, you can actually, the clip is on YouTube, just the segment alone of him talking about Van Halen brothers and Dave Lee Roth. So this is what
I got halfway through that episode.
Oh, okay.
I was just like cleaning my house, whatever. So I didn't finish it.
I don't want to spoil too much, but what he's actually speaking to a very funny story that Bill talked about with Dave Lee Roth. Basically, long story short, Dave Lee Roth was at a morning show, radio show, and the singer of Black Flag, Henry Rollins, was there. They passed each other the hallway. So David was coming in or out of the booth or whatever, and Henry Rollins comes, hey David, hey Henry, and David's like, hey man, Bill Hader does a very good David. I can't do David. Mm-hmm. And he goes, hey man, he's wearing this big like kind of like roby trench coat thing. Mm-hmm. Opens it up. He goes, you want a beer, man? And Henry's he's a straight edge. He doesn't drink or smoke. So Henry's like, I'm good, man. Thanks. It was like 6 or 7 in the morning or whatever it was. And then David goes, what, you got school tomorrow? Or something like that.
Like he's doing the
so what I mean is
or something.
Yeah, well that's what I mean. So that's what it reminded me, because that's what he's saying here is like David was kind of acting like, even Conan's like, I hope that's true. Like I hope that's a true story, because that's how I envision Dave Lee Roth. Mm-hmm. And so that's what Tobias is kind of saying is, I don't have to be Papa whatever. Yeah. I'm just Tobias. That's a character. So I'm not that guy on stage.
And in fact, I don't think he could without the mask. Like I know lots of people who would identify with this, who kind of live their lives in these two different worlds. I would say this, people who wear a lot of makeup, like just in general, they kind of inhabit that other persona with all that makeup on. And when they take it off, they kind of distance themselves from that person. They can't be that person. Yeah.
That's good. You got school tomorrow?
I love the picture you've posted on here with Tobias.
Oh, yeah, that'd be a good thumbnail.
Step into a forum because everybody expects you to be a certain way. You might actually trigger that, and you want to become that supernatural on-stage being, even in real life, and that can become a problem. The biggest problem I have with that, which I am very, very troubled by, is that with age I've developed a slight little claustrophobic thing, which is not cool. And honestly, I'm actually a better singer than the mask and the getup allows me to be. Oh. That is very irritating. I did notice it in the first couple of years because I was not as.
I wonder if that's why he took the bottom part out.
Yep. That's probably exactly why. Yep.
As I didn't have the amount of practice that I have now. But now, when I am a better singer,
you always attack the interview. You're so funny.
Because they get the gig and I don't get it, so it doesn't bug me.
It's very annoying being asked to, or I put myself in a position where I'm basically putting a pair of flip-flops on to play a soccer game. That's
that's a good metaphor.
Irritating, because in every other department we're trying to sort of maximize and get into the arena band that we are now currently, and it feels very annoying to be limited that way. We'll see what that entails in the future, but yeah. So if there ever are any changes, that is why.
Oh, there you go. He just said it. That's why. He just said that. If there's any other, if there's any changes, that's why. So he admits that's why he did it. Well, that's weird. So the record label hadn't permitted this. This is where this is my naivety. F the record label. I don't. Why do they have so much power over what he can wear? He should be able to say, "I'm not wearing a mask." No, you are. You get what I'm saying? The fact that they would. Anyways. I hate that they should say whatever you're doing, because obviously, however he creates is what he needs to do. Anyways, thankfully they were on board with it, but you get what I'm saying. I just don't like, like if I was the record owner and Tobias comes to me, hey, Mr. Rebalkin, I would like to not wear a mask. You.
My suspicion here, I'm just going to say this. My gut issue here, hearing this different interviews, even out of context, but still it's a repeating pattern that always says something. He's a young guy. He's not going to keep doing it the exact same way over and over and over again.
No,
if it's something where he's kind of like, I got this thing, I did it, and I've checked that box now. I want to try something else. We are going to see. You heard it here. Tobias is going to stand on stage as Tobias one day.
Oh, he has to. Yeah, I know. I agree with you. This was not like it's a phase, but every artist has every band will have like you can almost see certain eras. Oh, there's Kiss's disco era. Like they go through stages, right? Mm-hmm. So he's going to have a non-Papa stage for sure. Yeah.
Like watching film, like I don't want like watching anything where I am in the picture, and
yeah, I know the feeling.
So I felt very uncomfortable being an artist, like with my own guys, or in my own guys. So I just felt like Ghost felt like a perfect way to transform into another person who might not have the Bruce Lee body and agility, but at least gives the impression of being hung like Holmes. Let's pretend, okay? God damn it.
I'm sure you're doing just fine. Is he married or has a girlfriend or anything like that? I'm curious. Yeah, cool. I look, we said it before, but it bears repeating in case someone didn't see our first time seeing him unmasked on that video when he's playing the guitar chords on his acoustic guitar. Just because he's such a cool guy, funny guy, good sense of humor, self-deprecating, not conceited, not haughty and tawdy, like. Mm-hmm. Then it's like, oh, not only is he talented, but he's and creative, but he's down to earth, cool guy. He's not like, oh, look at me, I'm a rock star. Like he hides himself. Like he really doesn't need to be seen. Yeah. Oh,
married with two teenage twins.
Oh, that's cool. That's really cool. All right.
Yeah, I think everything about him. This always heightens the like intrigue for me. I know that like a lot of people have said like, oh no, it spoiled it now that I know who's behind the mask.
Oh yeah.
To me, it only made it even better because now I can like identify with him, and I see what I get that it's the show that he's putting on. It's always the show. He's not taking everything seriously, and it kind of deflates a lot of the people that get way too wrapped up into stuff. It's all a show, and and just enjoy it as a show instead of like, oh, but on episode 7 it means and it connects to this thing that makes it so that the 3 will unite, and then the Papa 75 will be born, and then there'll be 25 of that kind of strange delusion. I think is it's too much for me. I just want to enjoy the show, and I can tell that's what all he wants to do too. He wants to just put on a great show. Lore is there for sure, and it's there to kind of intrigue and get people thinking, but it's not. You're reading a book, and you should have been paying attention back in episode 7 when I said that thing. Like that's not why he's doing it. Yeah,
I've known Nathan. He's also a Freemason. Oh, yeah, he's a part of the Swedish Order of Freemasons. Yeah, cool. All right, cool.
Yeah. Oh, there you go. Ashton says he messes up his own lore half the time.
Well, that's just it. You can't. It's the fans. It's like George Lucas. People go, George, you said that the Jedi Force was. He's just like, I just wrote a movie. Like, but in episode 6,
yeah, gravity doesn't work that way. It's supposed to be.
I know, but did you have fun watching the movie?
Yeah, but I have a collector's edition number 7, and in that one it said the midichlorians are.
That's why I enjoy watching the lore the way I watch Star Wars. Like I don't care if it makes sense. I don't care if it lines up. I don't like. It's just theatrics. It's just fun. Just watch whatever. Yeah. All right.
Anyway,
thanks,
fun.
Ashlyn. Appreciate that.
Thanks, Ashlyn. If you want to be like Ashlyn and others who are supporting our ghost journey, click the link below. It'll take you to a place where you can request songs. Yeah. Till then, we'll see you in the next one.